Hello, everyone. Let me turn this down a wee bit. Alright, let me bring them all in. Hello, everyone. For those that don't know me, I am Supercat. I play a variety of games. I usually stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays for stream. If any of you on the VOD wants to check me out live, those are the days I stream. I usually stream in the early evenings and the weekdays, so like Mondays and Wednesdays. And I usually am pretty flexible with the time on the weekends, because it's the weekend, I don't have anything else to do, and yada yada yada. Anyway, how I usually do my streams is I do a chill stream, I do a stream I can have an opportunity to play with friends. Basically, it's my way of saying I can play DVD on this day, but I say multiplayer in case it's something else. Anyways, I do something with friends, have chill, and I do a story related stream. Right now, I have been wanting to do uh Detroit Become Human. I want to do Ace Attorney at least once or twice a month. Right now, I'm just more focused on trying to be a part of Psych stream, so he has voice actors, which means I gotta save my voice for that. If I, not that I don't want to overdo my voice, I want to be careful. I mean, long story short, early this year, being 2026, I don't know if anybody remembers. I do. I lived it. I was dealing with a very nasty fever. I was dealing with a very nasty sickness. Fever, cold, and I think somewhere along the way my voice was gone. I remember that very, very strongly, along with the fever. That fever would not go away for the life of me. But yes, ever since then, I've been a little bit careful, wanting to do vocal warm-ups so I can work on more other voices and making sure I do this. Speaking of which, today's game is Dreamlight Valley. I most likely will be doing some voices, which means I will probably do a series of tongue twisters as a warm-up. I just gotta pull it up on my phone. Why my phone? Because I can. You can't see it. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, hello. How is everybody doing this Monday? Anything interesting? Anything great? Or are we all just chilling? G-Man, thank you for the first superhero. Isaac, thank you for the second superhero. That's all for the superheroes. Now we only have is villains, anti-villains, and anti-heroes. And there is basically a first anti-hero, second anti-hero, first anti-villain, second anti-villain, and first and second supervillain. So take your spots, take your picks, whatever. Right. Let's see. Gotta be. No, I saved it, right? Ah, there it is. Alright. Proper cup of coffee and a copper coffee pot. Let's see. First anti-hero, thank you. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Dana. I'm doing good, just chilling. I've been resting up today since I have the day off. Nice! I love that. I love that. Alright, proper cup of coffee and a copper coffee pot. Proper cup of coffee and a copper coffee pot. I'll type it in the chat in case anybody wants to try to say it themselves. Proper coffee pot. Yeah, pot. Alright. Let's do this again. Proper cup of coffee, and a proper coffee pot. Alright. Proper cup of coffee and a proper coffee pot. Proper cup of coffee and a proper coffee pot. Okay. Bleh. Bleh. Okay. That's enough of me trying to be silly and doing some vocal exercises for a stream. Uh-oh. What the heck? Oh. I have Ozzy, Osmodeus from Hell of a Boss, like, to my left. And I'm like, where's Ozzy? Where did he go? On the floor. He was trying to run away. I know he's a king of lust, but come on, man. At least tell me when you're leaving so I know when to expect you back. It's the proper thing to do. Anyway, let's get into the game. I think I'm just gonna work on some quests. Try to narrow down all the quests I seem to have. There is a lot of them, and I need to work on them. Oh, before I do, I'm gonna put the music back on and put it back here. I remembered what I was going to say. Right, two things. One, you probably noticed there is no choppy audio. Yes, I'm going to say this. You probably haven't heard it, but I've been hearing it on my end. And I finally found the problem and have the solution. I have already fixed it. For real this time. Basically, the audio jack plugging into my computer was so bad. In other words, I found another way to plug it in so that the computer can work and my headphones will be all happy and that everything works well. I've been dealing with this audio for a long while, off and on. So, yeah, it was it was needed. And I was really hoping this would work. I am so glad my parents got me the Stream Deck because it's literally been helping with a lot. So, great purchase, great. If they ever see this, thank you, Mom and Dad. They don't usually watch my streams. They know of my streams. I talk about them. But they don't watch my streams. They're too busy. Which is fine. Very fine. And the other thing... Crap, I lost it again. Oh, yeah. I'm playing Hollow Knight for the first time. Ooh, good luck. That game is pretty chill, but it's also a platform game. There are some pretty, harder parts. It does get harder. Only saying because I've seen it. I've seen people play it. Right. A bit of an announcement. I'm not doing a clips video for 2025 this time. I haven't felt the energy for it. Honestly, it just felt like a chore for me. And OneDrive kind of messed with my audio. No. OneDrive messed with my files. So I don't know where the heck it is. I have an idea, but I have like a sort of rough draft version of it, I guess. But all in all, I just don't really want to deal with... I've been not happy with OneDrive. I didn't like that OneDrive took all of my files and said, you know what, I'm going to put it in the cloud now. And that felt very violating. I hate it. So, yeah, didn't really appreciate it, didn't really like it at all. So, I don't really want to do a 2025 clips montage this year. Maybe, for now, anyway. I might change my mind later, but right now, I don't have the energy for it. I just don't. So, I'm sorry for anybody that was expecting it. I just I've been putting it off, and I think it was just appropriate to at least announce that I will not be doing that this year. Will I be doing one for 2026? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? So, anyway, those are the two things I wanted to get off my chest. Because one has been both have been bothering me in two different ways. Because I wanted to keep my expectations, your guys' expectations of seeing it, but I think you all can understand that I don't feel the need to do it. Don't get me wrong. I had it like there, but honestly, I just don't feel it. I just don't feel like making the clips video. Not right now. Maybe maybe towards my anniversary, my streaming anniversary, or my affiliate anniversary. Maybe I will do it for that. But right now, don't expect it till at least later. But most likely, if you don't see it at all, it's because I don't really feel like doing it. I thank you and appreciate your understanding. Mm-hmm. By the way, you're getting munching ASMR because I am eating some apples. A nice healthy snack. Plus, I didn't finish them from lunch or my way home, so I thought, you know what, let's finish them for stream. They're a good stream snack. Yeah, we're keeping this outfit on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna collect some softwood. Like a lot of wood today. I'm running low on softwood, which is an interesting thing to say because softwood is everywhere. How is the Princess Sim? But what's the Princess Sim, JK? But howdy. Hello, Witchy. How are you? Honestly, it wouldn't be too far off from saying Princess Sim because there are princesses here, and I think we're in like princessy mode. Plus, this outfit is so gorgeous. Wait, can I set this to preset and I can just put my celestial outfit? There we go. Yep. Celestial. Oh. I'll just say celestial. There we go. Oh. Now I want to talk.
Hey, bitch!
I'll do you a solid, and you can put I think somewhere in my points shop or store or whatever. You can do the sound alert for Moxie's coffee. It's a personal favorite. Everybody likes pressing that button. It's such a fun thing to press. Yes.
I want something iced, bitch box.
I'll have a Neapolitan cappuccino, more cappuccino. Make sure it's got no more than 4 ounces of milk. The beans won't have the right texture otherwise. And make sure they spell my name correctly on the cup. They always put Foxy or Roxy. I hate that. If you can't handle that, I'll have a venti traditional misto. Please use soy milk with 2 blonde shots, affogato, and ristretto. I'd also love 3 vanilla pumps at the very bottom. Then add the coffee after. Then add...
Enough! On again, you scop! It is? Oh. That's because I'm eating, but I can turn myself down. Any better? La 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 la. Let me munch on something. How's that? Any better? Am I less loud? Seems so. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, thank you. Alright.
I like the rain. It's pleasant.
It is. Rain is such a pleasant thing. Such a pleasant weather. Why is that one glowing? Time to investigate! Oh. It peaks for moments at a time, like static noise. Peak, hard to explain. Rain is the best to me. Is it because I'm eating? Because it could make that sound, because I'm eating some apples. That is the sound of Donald. Honestly, with where I do for work, that Donald being angry does not surprise me. Though Dana, no, it doesn't seem to completely be just that. Huh. If it's peaking. Could it be the noise suppressor? But I sound fine, right? Hold on. Let me, hear myself. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Seem to be picking to me. For now, yeah. Okay. Hi, G-Man. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. There's so many people in my chat. This makes me happy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Last time we moved some people around because, well, I think the phrase I'm looking for is overcrowding. Nice. Thank you for the applause.
Like Gusteau said, anyone can cook. Of course, with help.
Anyone can cook, but you know what? I have no way of how to like finish that sentence, to be honest. Hello, Alex. It has been a while since I've seen you in my chat. Welcome, welcome. We're just having a chill Monday. Okay. When I meant chill, I think I meant, party, I guess. Right now, we're just doing a little wood gathering. because I'm low on softwood and it's nice to do that. How is everybody? Peak moment? Okay, hold on. Hmm. Oh. Weird. Hmm. Interesting. It happens in the high human on my side. I do occasionally spam the sounds, my apologies, but it must. It's fine. That's weird though. Maybe at a certain octave, that's when it peaks, and maybe the sound noise suppression does with that. Maybe I need to peak some things. Wait. I was trying to do some things for my I was trying to solve some audio problems or whatever, so something may have happened that I need to fix. I don't know y'all hear it or not, but there is noise suppression. I doubt it's the noise suppression. If you're all like super content, oh wait, it's you doubt it's the noise suppression. Weird. I don't know how to fix the peaking on my end. Hmm, weird. Very weird. Oh well. Right.
Objection!
It could be a limiter's too high and a couple of other things. Limiter. Alright. I don't have a limiter on. I did put the noise suppression. Limiter limits how high your mic goes. You need a limiter. Other case. I need a limiter? Oh, add a limiter then. Okay. How high should I put it? Put it at the highest. I think that's how it goes. Under threshold or release? Oh wait, threshold. Duh. At 5. Wait. Oh crap. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's probably there. Threshold. Some use 10. I use 8 as my threshold. It says like -8. Is that what I'm looking for? I'm gonna leave the release because I don't know what that does. Am I sounding any better? Am I sounding worse? I believe so. I don't recall what it looks like, but I'd say yes. It's like negative 8.30 dB on my end. I can't go like in the positive numbers if that makes any sense. So I think I'm good. I believe I'm good. I'm not a tech person in terms of like knowing the audio. I'm basically trial and error, okay? I did like I usually rely on my dad for things like this. But like I want to be able to I don't know what I'm saying, but basically I appreciate all this is actually really helpful because I don't have much knowledge in this department, is what I'm trying to say. Threshold limits, it lets your mic go up. Releases when you let it go of that threshold. Okay, cool. So you're believing that the threshold is the problem? Not the release. The release is at 60 ms. Does that need to be higher? Is that good as is? Most likely. Okay, so the problem was the threshold, not the release. Which is fair. I'm like still trying to. The release is fine for now. Okay, cool. So am I sounding good? Am I better? Is there no peak? Speak now, forever hold your cheese. Yes, the cheese part was just so anybody was paying attention. Yes, you peak less, definitely. So I don't need to do anything. I'm good. You're okay with the peaking and everything. As in, like, there's none. So I'm gonna continue now. Do I need. Is my volume good? Yeah, in my opinion, I didn't see any issue the whole time. That's true. But other people are. But if I did hear it in like the clips, so I appreciate the advice. Besides, who knows? It might actually be helpful in the future. The last thing I need is somebody else like hearing my audio and nobody tells me, and then it'd be like, why is he peeking? Has nobody told her? How are you supposed to fix it if nobody tells you? So, I appreciate the help, Witchy. That is very, very helpful. Alright. This is how neglected I've been. There's stuff from Christmas. I don't know why, but sometimes stuff from like other holidays just been. So what exactly happens is when your mic peaks, you are causing the headphone user's pain most times. Limiter prevents that peaking. I'd also recommend setting a 3-band equalizer later on. 3-band? Can you explain what that is and why would I need it? Mainly mainly so I can learn. Three-band equalizer helps equalize your voice across yelling and whispering. Okay. Maybe we could set that up right now. 3-band. Do I need to put it under filters? Oh, here we go. Okay. I put it in, but I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Well, Why is my phone blowing up? Oh. Alright. I'm still experimenting with it myself. Okay. We're just gonna be hearing myself, which will be great. Testing. Do I sound low? I sound low. What the heck? Maybe I'll turn myself up a little bit. How's that? Okay. Now to deal with equalizer. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Hello. I'll probably just start reading Shakespeare and you'll adjust settings. Are you serious? Like, are you serious right now? You just start reading Shakespeare and you're like, oh, I'll just adjust this right here. Right. Joking, joking. Of course I feel very silly. Oh, duh, there's a filters button. I could just press that. Okay. I honestly have no idea how this works. I would have to do this off stream. I literally don't know. Let me see how the equalizer would be needing to be messed with later. Yeah, I can help later. Okay, cool. I'll just leave it there then. Just leave it as is. Because, that's gonna have to be something I need to toy with later. And we would have to, like, pick a day for me to do that. Because I think my friend Tori's coming over, so I'd want to be able to just stream for a little bit before she arrives. I don't know exactly when, but I just would rather be prepared. What the heck is this? Whatever. I'm not streaming tomorrow if you're available. I'm not streaming tomorrow either, so that works for me. I can definitely let you know when I get home. Oh. Dude. Gotta collect all the coins, all the coins, all the coins. Yeah. Ooh. Basic t-shirt dress. Why? I know it's for design, but why? It's so basic. That sort of shirt always gives me anxiety. Why? Because of the way it looks. I would totally understand. The coin stuff. Oh, yeah. Let me get that out of your way. Bouncing. Okay. Red velvet. and beyond.
My, you just don't know when to quit, do you?
No, not really. I hardly ever do. Out of curiosity, Witchy, do you just have like a good ear for this stuff? Or do you have like knowledge? You don't have to tell if you don't want to, I'm just curious. Naturally, I am a cat after all. My thoughts on Hollow Knight so far, a challenging but beautiful game. Yep, I did try to tell you it's a challenging game. Because it may be beautiful, but beware the challenges that lie ahead.
Oh, I just know we're going to be good friends.
That's good to know. Okay. Hmm. Right. Just do this, and then that. Yeah, that's the watering can. So why isn't it working? Should be automatic. There we go. It's a wee bit sensitive. Like, challenges, the ones seem like perfect levels of challenge, hard enough to make you try, but not hard enough that it's unfair. I haven't died to a boss more than 3 times yet. Ooh, that's that's pretty good. Good start. Excuse me, Milan, I need to
Kind
come
of
through.
making this up as I go.
That's perfectly fine. Hmm. 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 I feel at some point wood did spawn here. I'm glad you're enjoying Hollow Knight though, Dana. Trying to beat the first game before I get Hollow Knight's song. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. That's why I got Hades. Well, one of the reasons. I get the first game, figure out what had happened in the story, and then get the second game later on. Hmm. I thought I heard Snow White. Am I imagining it? Yeah, I'm probably imagining it. There we go. Hmm. I'm like so focused right now. That's... Wait. Is that Peter Pan? No, it's Beauty and the Beast. I'm losing my touch. Ah. Valid. I felt the same. Yep. Mm-hmm. Best viewers. Bye. Thank you, Dana. Twice. Twice. Freaking twice. In like the same freaking minute. As soon as I beat one skimmer, another popped up. Double kill. What's that Pokemon move called? Double team? They use double team, I think. How dare they? Hmm. Yeah. I think double team is where they're able to like duplicate themselves a little bit and kind of like trick them. You could correct me if I'm wrong there, Dina. I love being able to just go through a freaking mushroom and just having the horse do it for me. In anime, yes, but the game's double team just raises your evasiveness. Yeah, that makes sense. I like how the anime has like an explanation for what it is like realistically versus the game it has like just a mechanic. It's just like a stat to everybody else. For the love of fluffy bunnies! Why can I not just do it on the horse? I've seen it! Then why won't you do it? Maybe it doesn't work on bigger ones? Which is dumb. Find and enjoy both either way. I think we all do. I really like Lucario in the anime because it's more, Aura's more like mystical related, and it doesn't really get an explanation other than we know it's like mysticism stuff. And I do love me some fantasy mysticism stuff because shenanigans. I think there was one character who kind of understood Pokemon in a sense. It never got explained from what I could see. I would need to fact check that because the season I looked at, it never got explained exactly on how he could do that. It was just all of a sudden he could do that. Like, just something that happened one day, and well, he was targeted for it. Because evil people like to see really cool stuff and then use it for their own personal gain, like a freaking idiot. That's also annoying thing about villains is that they do it for their own profit, and some villains actually make a point. That's when you know you feel. That's when you know you need therapy. Is when you actually agree with a villain. Sometimes villains have points. And sometimes you just don't want to admit they're true. Alright. Alright. Honestly, let me just go over there right now. Oh my gosh, there was a checkpoint right outside one of the bus areas. I missed so much time I could have stayed. Yep. It's your first time. It's gonna take a while for you to get used to everything. There we go. Note to self, explore the area before facing the boss. That's like any game. It's like gaming 101. You explore the area. You find a safe spot. Rule number 1 of gaming. Always save first. Case in point. Save game. Done. Now I save my progress. Remember this. The problem is my brain goes, I'm in protagonist mode and keep thinking, I'll just first try every boss. When you think you have main character energy, when the game reminds you, you don't have main character energy. Orange marsh milkweed. No. Whoops. Wrong button. Why do I need milkweed? Maybe the rabbits were here. Is it for the other one? Oh. Is this a different one? Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's not related to the expedition. Alright. Collection. Companions. Bunnies. Calico Rabbit's not here. Black Rabbit is, though. Sides.
If you're wondering what to do,
Mulan sure
just
seems
listen
happy
to that
here.
little voice.
Makes me happy too.
Yeah. He kind of wonders. Does anybody else have a voice in their head that they listen to? Or do they not listen to? If it's a bad voice, don't listen to that. Alright, I need to think. Oh, right, I'm looking for bunnies. Bunnies. There's a bunny. Do I have? Oh, right, I need carrots.
Say, have you seen my pal, Donald Duck?
There it is, carrot. There's a bunny.
The number of
Yay! Now I only need one, and it's that pesky calico. Of course. Calicos are a little tricky. The pretty lady in my head calls me Stud Muffin. Nah, I both visualize and hear myself. I have a vivid imagination. I like to think when I'm talking to myself, I have a imaginary friend or friends. I have a whole freaking like lore in my head. Like, truthfully, I need to get back to that at some point, but long story short, there is a whole other multiverse in my head. And I just imagine one of them is talking to me. Amazingly, I've done that my whole life. And it's actually helped me in the long run. I have full-on conversations with myself. Even full-on arguments with myself. Am I weird? Yes. I never said it was sane. I never said it was sane. So, that's what I do. And we're having ads. In the next minute. Oh my goodness. I have just my whole one voice, then my god, it's spiritual and all. Okay. So I have intrusive thoughts. Yep, I know that all too well. Sometimes if my brain is not like talking to somebody, it and I'm like alone in the silence. Sometimes they just pop up. And other times I'm like super bored and my brain just goes intrusive thought after intrusive thought after intrusive thoughts. Sometimes it just becomes static to where I need like something to fill in the void. It's not always fun in my head. I also off the freeway or similar. Yeah. Cute. Okay then. Right. I'm gonna look up something.
Let me ask you a question.
Calico
Who's got the best neighbors in the valley?
Bunny
That's right. You're
Dreamlight
looking at
Valley.
'em.
Ah! Exclusively found in the peaceful meadow on Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. My time. PST. Huh. Well, that sucks. That's about the time I work. There's no possible way I can be able to get that bunny. Ugh. On different Thursdays to be added to your companion collection.
There are so many possibilities for adventure here.
I'm gonna. Is there any other times other than Thursdays? No. Oh, this is gonna kill me. It's not fair. I work from that time. Maybe even more. It's not my fault I have a work schedule.
I just know we're going to be.
Ugh. Man, I'm upset. Let's see. My most common intrusive thought is a voice that tells me to throw objects out the car or window. Usually important things like my phone. I don't understand why my brain is like this. Honestly, I'm going to be really honest right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had really weird thoughts of like doing stupid shit. And I know they're stupid. Like, get me into trouble, stupid. And I'm like, brain, why do you want to be an agent of chaos today? We are not doing the agent of chaos thing. Ugh. Wait. I'd have to wait till the end of the year for that. I don't think there's a way to trick the game. Not really. No.
Some people are worth melting for.
Ugh. You know what I would love for this game? A pet store. For the people like me that actually have a working job and really can't do the other things like the bunnies being all over the place. If the bunnies only appear at a specific time and it's around the time I work, how am I supposed to get the thing dead? I might have to look this up, but I think this is about as close as I'm gonna get. Which is sad because I really want it. Let's see. Oh, the mirror wants stone. Wally wants okra. Eric wants darkwood? We're in our dark era, Eric. Ooh. Maximus wants raspberries. Alright then. I don't know why the brain does what the brain thinks. The brain makes no sense when it does the brain things. You could possibly cheat by changing the date and time on your PC, but some games actually punish you for changing like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. My best idea, without completely changing the game, without completely changing the date, is waiting for like Thanksgiving. Yeah, all the way to Thanksgiving or a possible Thursday where I could be off somehow. Is that gonna happen? Probably not. Thanksgiving, though, is highly likely. By Thanksgiving, I am off Thanksgiving. And that is a Thursday. And knowing the game, it will not treat holidays any different. So, most likely, I'll go on a Thursday. Basically, go on to Dreamlight. Between 8 and 2, get the freaking bunny and just pray. Yeah. And I have to do that 2 to 3 times. Yeah. So I'd have to do this twice. Unless I ask for a day off. For a very specific reason. But I have way too much integrity to like ask for a day off just to do that. So. Am I gonna do that? No. I'm not gonna like ask for a day off so I can do this. That's selfish. And stupid. There could be other things I can do. I just have to make this work. That's Wally, obviously. If only there was a way I could get the Calico Bunny. Unless... No, it won't work that way. I don't think it'll work if I just go to someone else's, island. Because it would have to appear the same day, which means it's dumb. Like, literally dumb. So, I cannot do anything. Not really. Wait. When is Christmas and New Year's this year? Huh. What do you know? Christmas Eve is on a Thursday! New Year's Day is on a Friday. Huh. Most likely have to wait till fall. Between fall and winter. That's fine. It is not the end of the world. I put the ranch over here, or the stables over here, because it just fits the aesthetic well. And I don't really put anybody over here, so it just makes the most sense.
The number of friendly residents in this valley.
It's quite impressive. Uh-huh. Okay then. Think I'll come back for these later. Just need to get back. Hello, Con. Let's go for a ride. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. So this whole quest is basically stupid. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah. This one. Breaking code, we just need tinkering parts. You know what? Have we finished Woody's yet? No, we have not. Alright. So, I want to finish him to find the aliens. But I need to, like, print stuff for that. Cool. Right. So much stuff. Which to me is bullshit because like it's my freaking game. If I want to play this solo game, by the way I do it, then I will. Exactly. I just have way too much integrity. Will I probably do it off stream? Maybe. Maybe not. Who's to tell? Who's to know? You're not gonna know. You're not gonna find out. Nice try. Nice try, buddy. You ain't gonna know. Right, so you're just gonna go in there. Right. You're gonna go right there. Put the seeds. Go over there. There we go. There. Alright. I put all these eggs in the wrong. Pisses me off when games like you gotta pay attention to me 24 hours because I like games like Grounded where you can turn it off at any point and come back to it later. It's part of why I left Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, all that. Battle passes. Yeah. I don't blame you. It's very exhausting dealing with all of it. Oh. But that's mostly because they increase their prices in the shop. They do. They so do. Honestly, I'm just gonna. I really haven't played Fortnite in a while now. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I don't usually go into politics, but this is more calling out a few things. Because somebody's got to. Companies like a certain mouse and other companies like to increase prices. And I feel like it's more greed. Lately, I saw something along the lines of that Sony and their own event called out movie theaters on being too expensive, on bringing back that movie experience, and the fact that a big time corporation like Sony is willing to admit that is huge. do it at their own event in a movie theater. That's like, honestly, say what you will. The fact that a big time corporation called them out, called other people, called the movie theaters out on that, is astounding. But I'll even show you this. They have a shop, right? Look at all these lovely moonstones. This is actually quite affordable. But look at this. I ain't paying for that. I ain't paying for that. This game is actually decently priced. It's not proving my point, but let's say this was at $10. That was at, like, this was like $5 more. It's stupid. If I was playing DVD right now, I would exactly be able to prove my point a lot better. Because I could go into the shop. Hold on. I need to find a better place to, like, talk about this. Perfect. They already got animation in! Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I thought you were actually going to go into politics. No, it's just everything is political, so I just say that because if it sounds political, then it is. I'd say, to be honest, this is unreasonable. We have gotten too comfortable with microtransactions. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Didn't a certain video game, Battlefront 2, get freaking criticized for that? And a certain company, I don't remember was EA, but it was most likely EA, but if not, EA should be called out for that too. Got called out for that bullshit, and yet we deal with the bullshit all the time. It's so dumb. It's so freaking dumb. Like, honestly, when did we become so into the greed? When did companies get so greedy? That's what I want to know. Try to avoid politics, but I'm also trans. My very existence is political in this country. Yep. Yeah. It's no fun for anybody. Regardless of your background, who you are, what your pronouns are. It's not fun. Honestly, where I live in California, it's literally hard to live in this state. I honestly want this state to be better. I would love it if somebody in Disney finally called on anybody's bullshit. I did see something for Star Wars though. Somebody worked in Star Wars Land, and I remember hearing something about them calling out on everything that happened behind the scenes for Star Wars Land. And even the people working on it didn't like all the decisions higher ups were making. So that makes me happy to know we're not alone. But it still pisses me off that the higher ups at Disney or anybody else doesn't get it. And I'm playing a Disney game. So let me say this. I love you, Disney. I just think you need some constructive criticism. Make the magic more magical again. I mean, even Scrooge McDuck, a highly business duck, knows where the line is. Take some notes. Go back to business school. Think about the people and where your roots are. Don't like use the roots for your own gain. If that makes any sense. I love how I talk about this and my character is just scrolling on freaking homes on the phone. That is so, honestly, that is so me. I've stopped avoiding it as a streamer because it'll create moments of teaching for those that need to hear it. True. I want it to be a space where everybody's comfortable and try to forget life and obviously I'm not doing that very good today because I'm talking about it, but honestly, once in a while isn't bad. But my point is, yes, we've gotten too comfortable with the transactions stuff, but also I think we've gone way too serious and kind of proven a bit of Walt Disney's point. Back in the day, Walt Disney had an idea, and I think a lot of people thought he might have been crazy or didn't see his vision. He still went for it anyway, proving his point that people need to learn to have fun, be with their families, and just breathe a little. He kept moving forward and trying things. And honestly, I think some corporate people need to learn that. It's not all about numbers, it's about people. But will anybody get that? Probably not. Can I pretend that people will? Yes. Disney isn't gonna do shit. Disney is actually being hardcore boycotted even now, and honestly, good on that. I don't use Disney anymore because while they were good once upon a time, but the things they did even back then are no longer acceptable now, and they refuse to acknowledge it. Which is me just, I don't know, care for it. It's just me, just, I don't know, care. I don't care for it. Yeah. I don't love what Disney's doing, but I kind of wish they figure it out. I gave up on Disney when they started their live action slop era. Well, even now, I'm gonna be honest, as a hypocrite, a liar, and a scammer. If you don't know why, I will genuinely explain. Keep it simple. I'm not surprised to hear he was a hypocrite. I'm not. I guess we just live in an era where people say one thing and then do another.
This is
I
a really amazing place.
I miss the good old days of quality animation where it's just 2D hand-drawn stuff. I miss for a company where people would do that, or be high quality. And I'm saying outside of anime, Disney has avoided doing that. DreamWorks hasn't done that since Sinbad. Like traditional 2D. Okay? Everything has changed. Honestly, it's exhausting. And it was a lovely game made by probably the gamer part of the division for Disney, but at the same time, big somebody needs to tell them the truth. Somebody needs to tell them there's a lot of problems in the company that needs to be fixed. Are they gonna fix it? No. Is it my optimism talking? Yes. Yes, it is. He would show them. Show them fem rights on shows, but he was hard against worker rights, fem rights, all that. He stole stories and made them his own. He also generally wasn't a good person, yet because his company grew big on guiding kids, Milt was famous as a good person. Ah. So you generally put on a mask. He had a business side that everybody loved, but personally, it was nothing like the persona he puts on. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not surprised. Back in the COVID days, where everybody was locked in their rooms and couldn't get out, there was a Minecraft SMP, survival multiplayer. Basically, they're like servers. Anyway, I just treat it like TV shows, personally. But there was something called the Dream SMP. It was popular back in the day. Now, some of those people are linked to bad things. Technoblade and a few other people are like, honestly, there were like a few people. I don't know how many, but there were like at least some people linked to bad things. That now, when I look back, not necessarily easy to watch. I watch some of those things because of nostalgia, because of what it was back in the time. Technoblade is one of the people that is the exception. He was great. He was a great content creator. He was awesome. If only he didn't die of freaking cancer. I know. Technoblade
Hey,
isn't linked
you
to
never
bad
know what you can
shit.
do
He
until
was
you
one of the
try, right?
few good ones there. Tommy too. Yeah, and Tubbo. Tubbo, by the way, is doing awesome. He's helping out a local coffee shop in, like, England, or at least the UK. He's trying to help local businesses with, like, a charity or something through making coffee. That's so great. Honestly, Tubbo was the most ambitious person I have ever met. I'm not talking about in person, I'm talking about ever watched. He has so many ideas. He goes out and tries all of that, and it's actually awesome to see. I haven't watched a lot of Tommy's content in a while. I don't even know what he's doing right now. Filza, I love Filza. I actually follow Filza on Twitch. I just don't really have time to watch the streams because I'm a busy bee. I'm a busy kitty. But yeah, a little bit of a fun fact here. Let me find a bench to sit on. You know what? I need to.
I just love sunny days.
Yeah, you know what? I need to get a bench in this place. No, wrong one. Here. See there. Um, okay.
I want something iced, bitch, Mox.
I'll have a Neapolitan cappuccino, more cappuccino. Make sure it's got no more than 4 ounces of milk. The beans won't have the right texture otherwise. And make sure they spell my name correctly on the cup. They always put Foxy or Roxy. I hate that. If you can't handle that, I'll have a venti traditional misto. Please use soy milk with 2 blonde shots, affogato, and ristretto. I'd also love 3 vanilla pumps at the very bottom. Then add the coffee after. Then add...
Ah, I'm getting this coffee. Let me read this. Tell me I don't know much on, but yeah, I don't watch him. I've heard him through one of my exes and watched 2 episodes during some things. Got bad vibes overall, just kind of slowly drifted away, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. The Potter glasses. I have a pair of Harry Potter glasses. I am wearing them right now, but because I have my PNG on, you won't see them. But just know, I did put them on. Yeah, I feel like Tubbo isn't one of those, like, good people just gone in with, like,
I just
a
love
really,
sunny
an
days.
interesting server that was a bit toxic. I'm not saying a little, because it was toxic. We're not gonna sugarcoat that. It was toxic. But depending on what you were, who you were watching, it was, the storytelling was great, if it wasn't, like, with bad people. I didn't know they were IRL for not PNG, but okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting to change things up for that, because I'm just like, I just gotta stream. I just gotta turn this on. It's fine, though. I should just put them all. If I'm doing PNG, I should, like, turn some of them on. You can find
Now
some.
this
I
is
think.
a great
Hold on.
day to play
Is
outside.
it still in there by any chance? Choose a Super Kitty PNG. It's like 500 points, but you can do that to change my PNG. But I still wanted to request and put them on and told you. Oh, right. We were gonna sit because story time. Amazing how she just sits on a bench, but I put her on a bed and she's just like doom scrolling. That's hilarious to me. Okay. Alright, let me tell you a story about Technoblade. I remember watching him on Dream SMP. I remember the Doomsday stream, or at least watching it and being like, holy crap, who is this freaking content creator? Technobleed was like no other content creator I have ever seen, and that's a fact. He looked, honestly, if I were to put him as a character, he would be one of the strongest characters in any creation, like in existence. He could take on 30 people in Minecraft prepared. He could take on a squad unprepared, still be able to nail it like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. Technobleed, I grew to admire and idolize a bit because he was
I just
awesome. He
love
was
sunny days.
great. And I wanted to see more. He did awesome things that no other people would have ever done. For like MCC, Minecraft Championship champions or championship. Basically, it's kind of like a contest. You can kind of tell from the name. There was a specific mini game he figured out, and the MCC people, the people in charge of it, had to change how this game was played. All because Technoblade figured it out. It was the coolest thing I have ever seen anyone do. And the more things that happened to Technoblade, the more his legacy grew. And then he died of cancer. It was hard to process for me. it was someone I admired, but also he was just gone. By the time, the day that he...
You just don't know when to quit, do you?
Shut up, Corella, I'm trying to tell a story here. Do you mind? The day Technoblade died, I thought to myself, how am I gonna honor Technoblade at all? Okay, this place is a little too crowded for story time. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna go all the way over here. I'm gonna go to the building. This building. And finish the story. Because it's related to me. Alright. We'll have her stare into that. Alright. One of the things I remember looking at a VOD for Technoblade was people kept asking Technoblade, how do you start streaming? And deadpan expression and all, or deadpan voice and all, just start. And to me, that popped into my head. And I decided July 14th, 4 years ago, not 2, not 3, 4. There's a different story for that. Another, there's a literal reason for that one. But July 14th, 4 years ago, I streamed again. 2021, I basically streamed for the first time. Around my birthday in October, I took a week off, and then 9 months later, I went back to streaming. And I haven't stopped since. Because Technoblade would commit to a goal and find a way to do it. And because of this, I thought to honor that idealism, to just try and keep going. And I've admired Technoblade. I still admire him to this day. I still can't believe it's been so long since he passed. When the Minecraft movie came out, I didn't know they put a special scene for Technoblade. Then I find out one of the young members of the cast, specifically the boy, he asked the producers if they could put that in. And they did. And what really made my day was just Jack Black saying Technoblade was a legend. That made my frickin' day, night, evening, whatever, whenever it was I saw it. It was awesome to see. And that makes me happy, makes me smile. Don't mind me, Olaf. I'm just telling a story. I hope you enjoyed story time, because that is the truth, and that's the one reason why I wanted to mention Technoblade. Or at least why I wanted to talk about this. Because since we're talking about GMSMP, I might as well talk about why I love Technoblade so much, and why he's important for this stream. For my streaming at all. Ironically, his death pushed me to go back to streaming.
I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Now, as far as to why I said, like, not 2 years, not 3 years, 4 years. Last year, I accidentally said it was 2 years. And then when I did the math this year, I realized I screwed up. Yep. It's okay. I don't remember when I started streaming. If we're gonna talk about my actual first time streaming, it was all the way back in 2021. But I don't remember the day. It was somewhere in June, so my affiliate anniversary gets combined with that. As far as July 14th, that's the day I came back to streaming. 9 months later. So that's the day where I actually celebrate. I don't know why I even went in here. Bye. Hello, Morin. How are you? I was just telling stories about things we enjoy, and then we talked about after talking about some serious stuff. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Right. I came here with that, so... In the ground near Great Willow and oh, Giant Willow. That's the swamp. Yeah, we're just doing completing some quests right now. Come on, Con. Let's go exploring.
Never forget your imagination.
No, it's Giant Willow. Oh, right. Just having a little bit of a chill time. Oh. That means I need a shovel. Alright. Where's Woody? There's Woody.
Just know we're going to be good
Hey
friends.
there, deputy. I've got a job for you.
GIF.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, we found them all. Great job, partner.
Huh?
Though I can't exactly remember how many of them there were. Well, there aren't any more lost in the valley.
Ah!
Anyways, I'll bring these guys to the home, which thanks to you is brand new. I sure appreciate your help, Cat. Now the only thing left to do is figure out how to turn on the carousel lights and keep working on that.
Yeehaw!
Oh my gosh. Yes. Report to Buzz. Buzz! There you are. You know what? Come on, Con. Let's go.
Ugh.
I'm supposed to be able to jump through everything. Like that. Darkwood is a little bit hard to see in this forest. There are so many people here. I'm not used to this. Don't be shy. I love to talk.
I hope we speak again.
There we go. Ah, Cat. Just a spray stranger I was looking for. I have another mission for you. It's code code G7B. An action figure missing its friend. Lost all accessories were sold separately. Stuffed animals found into the dog's water dish. A toy gone missing. Exactly. Someone's been reading their Star Command handbook. Actually, it was just a wild guess. Code G7B is a search and rescue. Remember those aliens wandering away from Woody's carousel? At the time, I suspect a few were unaccounted for. I was right. I have intel that many of them are somewhere in the village. I have to find and rescue them. Precisely. The toys could be out there frightened and disoriented. Have you seen the size of squirrels around here? I guess what toy it would be. They could turn those aliens into chew toys in no time. I did think they're about the same size. Okay, okay, where should I start looking? We need to do a survey of every sector in the village. There's no telling where the aliens might have gone. The toys are highly skilled at hiding in the backs of closets, behind beds, and even couch cushions. Gotta look everywhere in the village. Oh, one final thing. These aliens can be a bit shy. Not all of them come out of hiding at once. Keep an eye out for them while you complete your regular duties. I suspect they could pop up in the multiple
I
locations.
appreciate that.
Well,
Special
I
about
know
this place.
what we're doing today. We're going alien hunting. Ironically, today is Alien Day. So, we're gonna do it in honor of Alien Day. Oh. There's one. Huh. This is Cinderella's place. Okay. Step. Ah. Oh, there's one. I think they're all found in there. aliens here? Any aliens? Aliens. I'm looking for aliens to make sure they have a nice secure home. Uh-huh.
Oh, I just love sunshiny days.
I love my neighbors. Why they're my friends?
Goodbye.
Huh. Where could they have gone? Hey Tigger, have you seen anything?
Days are the best of days for bouncing.
Of course they'd be great for bouncing, because you can actually see. Oh, there's one. Alright. Huh. Nope. Don't see any. Not there either. Hmm. Hmm. There you are.
Ever consider a career in design? You have marvelous taste.
I think you do, see. I think now I'm moving on to here. I wonder if it's on the island today. No, it's on the beach. Like a washed up lost toy. Or lost thing, as Tinkerbell would say. Okay, any more aliens over here? Hmm. Khan's like, I just want to show off a little this way. Hmm. Any other toys over here? Nah, I didn't think so. Over here. Okay. Okie dokie. Just gonna get crows. Alright. I'm gonna make the crow do it. Did I need that crow, Diablo? I think I did. They like Diablo's in the game. Oh wait, Diablo is actually her actual unless it's actual crow is actually in the game. It is Diablo the second. There we go. Alright. Now I just need to go to the swamp. There you go, Con. Oh, you guys are gonna have another ad. Ah, is that it? No, I think that's a crocodile. Yep, that's a crocodile. Good old Crocky. Crocky and friends. Any little aliens around?
One could curl up in a patch of sun.
Any? Hmm. Don't know when the ad is starting, but it should be starting any moment now. Oh, some options. That's weird. One of my, we're gonna pretend that's, you didn't hear that. Hear what? Exactly. I have a few options. But I think we'll try to raid into somebody new. As in, I will find somebody new to raid. Okay, I'm there. I think we checked everywhere outside. So, I'll check people's houses. I'll check people's houses off stream if I'm not obsessed over Hades or something, or talking to my friend Tori as she gets here. Okay. I work on that at some point. Alright then. Okay. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point. It's been about like a few hours. I didn't want to stream for too long today. Now that I know that I might have company later. I might want to be decent or something. I don't know. I'm wearing some comfy clothes right now. As well as, you know, not be totally gross or whatever. Alright. I want to thank you all for coming in, vibing out, chatting, having nice conversations. It's actually nice to have conversations with people. So, with that being said, let's see who's also playing some Dreamlight that we can just uh go in, vibe out. Let's see. There's already a few options already. Let's see. Alright, let me just take a little peek-see. Let's see. Okay. Just gonna do this. Just gonna check some things. Ooh, she plays Dead by Daylight. Spooky Assassin. She play Outsmarting Killers and Panic a Marvel Stunt. Ooh. You know, I actually want to try raiding into Laura Blue. Laura Blue seems like a chaotic gamer, plays Dead by Daylight as well, and she's playing some, and right now she's playing some Dreamlight Valley, which is a bonus. So, We're gonna write out to Laura Blue. If we give her a bit of time, if she passes your vibe check, give her a follow. I will be back on Wednesday with some Dead by Daylight. Yes, I am dead serious. I am playing some Dead by Daylight on Wednesday. Hopefully, we get some 2v8 by then. Hopefully. So, I am Supercat, and let's say hi to Laura. I will see you on Wednesday. Remember, be awesome, be super. I'll see you next time. Bye! Peace.